from Studio A of WDWL TV, whose corporate offices are located on Grumpy Vulture Boulevard. And Grumpy Studios A and B are located on Grumpy Old Man Road. And we're working on possibly a Studio C. But before that, let's be reminded that we are a division of Grumpy Vulture Productions. Take your bow. There you go. Face the camera. That's it. You're done for the day. Go collect your $10,000 check. Getting a buzz in the microphone. Never a dull moment. Jesus. After much thought, which at this age is tough, I remember during the playoffs for the '96 World Series, when Cleveland was playing to New York to see, what the decision was going to be, was what team was going to the World Series. I don't know how I could forget. The two announcers were Bob Costas and Joe Morgan. Now, as soon as Joe Morgan found out what that extra chair was for, because usually the two of them sit next to each other. Well, he comes into the announcer's booth and it's like, how come there's three chairs? Costa says, I'm having a guest. Well, as soon as Morgan found out the guest was Bob Costa's chauffeur, the attitude. He didn't fucking talk to me for the whole game. Matter of fact, if I look this way, I got the stink eye. I don't know why he had a problem with me being there. Costas basically was more important than he was. Bob Costas was the top guy. Joe Morgan was just there, he had a little collar. That's what they called him. The guy that has the stats about the players and that, they call him a play-by-play color man. I don't know how they got that. He's not painting a picture. I don't know. Broadcast TV, they're squirrely. But, yeah. And it was hilarious because every time Joe Morgan gave me the stink eye, Costas gave him the stink eye. So it was an exchange of stink eyes for 9 innings. It was hilarious. Not to mention, every time, I had a dog or a burger or a drink, you'd think Joe Morgan was paying for it. It was, I don't even want to go into it, but every time the aide would bring over the plate with, my food, Joe give it, he just kind of looked like, aren't you full yet? Well, no. I don't get steak burgers like this every day for free. And I gotta tell you again, those were the best steak burgers I have ever eaten. Done to perfection. Flavorful, juicy, yeah, I was a pig. When nobody was looking, I wrapped two up and took them home for dinner. Oh, yeah. And they were on hard rolls. I love hard rolls. And they were crunchy, so as I was eating them, I had to make sure I was away from the microphones. because she didn't want to hear all kinds of crunching in the background. But yeah, during the seventh inning, when that camera panned the booth, and my co-drivers saw this grumpy old man asshole sitting upstairs, oh, were they pissed off. How did you get up there? I was invited. Well, whose ass did you kiss? Nobody. Grumpy don't kiss ass. I think it was because Bob Costas kind of felt sorry for me. You know, Cleveland has this nice, beautiful, I'm calling it Jacobs Field, and I'd never seen the inside of it. I told him, I said, whenever a chauffeur brings a client in and drops them off, we have to go down to a room in the parking garage. Yeah, there's a room off the parking garage. It says chauffeur's lounge. Yeah, a bunch of chairs, a card table with maybe some stale chips and some warm drinks and a flat screen TV. Yeah, lounge. Oh, they treated us just wonderful. So yeah, that was my first and only time in Jacobs Field, which now Progressive shelled out big bucks so they could call it Progressive Field and then raise everybody's rates. Well, you think they were going to pay for it? Not really. And then, to my shock, when I researched the Akron Rubber Bowl, I found out in 2018 it was demolished. I was like, oy vey. Of course, the Rubber Bowl used to be the home of Akron University's football team. Well, I guess they decided, this place is getting decrepit. We want something newer. But I'll tell you what, in '96 at the Ozfest, that place was rocking in more ways than one. And I remember walking around, and there's a lot of funny odor. And it wasn't coming from the Porta-Johns. No. It was coming by some weird cigarettes people were smoking. But that was another memorable moment. And then, talking about stink eye, I got one more stink eye story. It's about my trip with Dana Delaney to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. While we were behind the scenes in that private area where they have all the relics, the Grand Poobah kept giving me the stink eye because, Dana put up such a fuss to have her chauffeur come with her. Well, there was one point where Dana noticed the Grand Poobah giving me the stink eye. And she was a cute little pixie. She just went like this. And he bent down and she whispered in his ear. Not really whispered because I heard her. She goes, just remember, I'm on national TV. You want a good comment about the museum, right? And she gave him a wink. And he gave her a wink back. And I didn't get the stink eye for the rest of the tour. I loved it. But those were fun times. I remember remember I had a super stretch one day, and it was a tight parking space in front of the hotel, but I could back that super stretch better than I could back my RAV4. So I went to wheel in, and the client I had in the back, he goes, "You ain't never gonna make it. Don't even attempt it." I said, "It'll fit. Oh, you're gonna hit that car behind you, and there's not enough room to swing the nose in." I said, "It'll fit." And I says, "I'll do it one try." And he started to laugh. And he says, "I'll tell you what. If you put this super stretch in that parking spot in one try without hitting the vehicle behind you or the one in front of you, I got a nice crisp $100 bill for you." So as I went to put it in reverse, I said, "Get that $100 bill ready. Here we go." And in I went. One try. The next thing I know, over the partition came a $100 bill. He said, "You know how to park a stretch?" I says, "Yeah, but I'll give you a hint." I said, "I got a small foreign car. I can't back out of my driveway. I run over the lawn." But it was the same thing. My buddy's wife drove a school bus. She could back that school bus anywhere in one try. But she had a minivan that she couldn't back out of her driveway. It was hilarious. She'd run over the lawn, she'd go up over the curb, she'd be hitting the shrubs. But that bus, she could park that thing like it was a little scooter. I don't know what it is about it. The bigger it is, the easier to park. Easier to back up. I never had a problem. But yeah, it was nice when he said, "You could put that in there, one try. I got a nice crisp $100 bill in my pocket." I said, "Well, get it out of your pocket. Here we go." And he looked. You would like, "Wow, you did get it in there." I says, "Yep, with room to spare." Yeah, there was about 2 inches between the front and rear bumpers and the vehicles. But I got it in there, and I didn't hit nothing. I miss those days. I love driving them super stretches. But Grumpy's too old to do it now. Not to mention, I don't think they would hire me back. They've heard a lot of the stories about the gratuities that I got, that I didn't have to claim. Although, one more little story. I had the 6th richest oil sheik from Saudi Arabia. I would pick him up at the Ritz-Carlton, take him to the Cleveland Clinic. When he was finished with his therapy, I'd take him back to the Ritz. This was every day, Monday through Friday, for 6 weeks. So one day, as I was holding the door open for the sheik to get out at the clinic, I bumped into his bodyguard. And I was like, "Well, interesting." So he went in with the sheik. They went up to the therapy. He come back down. I says, "When I backed into you, did I feel like a large weapon?" He opened his suit coat and he went, "Not one, two. He had two Uzis in custom shoulder holsters. I was like, holy yachapot. I guess he was doing his job. But the funny thing was, every Thursday, we would drop the Sheik and his bodyguard off, and then his son would have me take him to the bank. Now we had two bodyguards. There was one for the Sheik and one that rode along on Thursdays with us when the son went to the bank. And like you'd see on the movies, they would go in and get a briefcase full of money. Because on Friday, knowing that they weren't going to be back till Monday, they would hand out tips to the whole floor, not just the staff that handled therapy, the whole floor. And then, when I would drop them off at the Ritz, his son would tuck $300 in my coat pocket and say, "Here, go buy yourself a woman for the weekend." I was like, "I don't do that." He said, "Well, you got $300. Maybe you should start." Every Friday. Oh, it was hilarious. But yeah, we'd go for a briefcase full of money. And one day he showed me. Because I asked him, I said, "Can I get nosy?" He said, "Sure." I said, "What's in the briefcase?" He opened it up. I was like, holy yachapot. That's money. Yeah. Every denomination. 20s, 50s, 100s. Big stacks. But the best part was, I hated to see him leave, but when he flew back to Saudi Arabia, he had his Sheik garb on. Oh, just like you'd see in the movies. And he brought his whole staff with him. So there were 6 chauffeurs, because he had 6 limousines. I was driving the boys. So they had us all line up. And the Sheik couldn't speak any English. The only thing he said, when he gave us the envelope, because he had envelopes full of cash, he would say, "This for you." And then he'd give the driver the envelope. The driver would thank him, "This for you." And he did that down the line until he got to me. And it was hilarious, because instead of saying, "This for you," he had been practicing. See, I had a full stretch Lincoln Town Car limousine. So as he got to me, he handed me the envelope and he said, "Lincoln Town Car. Nice." I thought I was going to piss myself. He had practiced that. That was the only English besides "this for you," the only English he knew. But he liked that Lincoln Town Car. I'm sure when he got back to Saudi Arabia, he bought himself a fleet. But instead of "this for you," he was "Lincoln Town Car. Nice." I was like, "Yeah, it's nice. I wish it was mine." Well, except for the payment, but yeah. Driving limousine was fun. Long hours, sometimes a pain in the ass, but the perks and the tips were wonderful. Little drawing, pardon me. Well, this morning I counted down the minutes to when I could call California about my piece of crap RCA flat screen TV. And I had to explain to them, because here, they wanted a 5 megabyte max video of my TV. And I told them, I said, when the screen took a shit Sunday morning, I had audio. Well, when I went to turn it back on, nothing now. It's completely, the only thing that, when you hit the on button, the little red light goes from red to blue. That's it. That's the only thing that turns on. So I told the guy this morning, I said, hey, I don't know why you want this goddamn video. It ain't gonna be nothing. He said, well, what do you mean? I said, don't have any audio. That's gone. That's dead. Well, we still need the video. I said, oh, you guys are ridiculous. Well, we want to see the red light turn to a blue light. Oh, you've never seen that before? Don't you own a flat screen TV? You know, you could go home and do the same thing. Click, red to blue. He says, well, when you hit the power button, does it go directly to blue? I said, no. It flashes red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, and then goes to blue. That's what we want to see. That flashing means there's a fault with the TV. I said, a fault? So, I get out my video camera, turn the video camera on, record, I hit the button, flashing light, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, blue, I hit stop. I'm at 7 megabytes. I try to shorten it. So he emails me with the instructions. I need a video, 10 seconds, 5 megabytes. I'm at 10 seconds, 7 megabytes. You're getting it anyway. And we need a picture of the front of the TV showing all 4 corners. Okay. And we need a picture of the serial number. So I take a picture of the front, and then I flip the TV set down and it's resting on my other flat screen TV. Yeah, Grumpy, you're smart. So I got my camera and I'm trying to take pictures, you know. Snap, snap, snap. I took about 5 pictures. Serial number blurry as hell. I was like, oh, Jesus. So I deleted all that shit off the goddamn SD card. I said, all right, we're going to try it again. So I got the camera. The TV's gently resting on my, it's like, oh, there's going to be a big crash any minute now. I'm going to be TV set broken 2. Yeah, broken times 2. So I snapped 2 pictures. The first one, you can tell I was nervous, blurry as hell. The second one, yay! We got the model number and the serial number sticker, and it's readable. So, I upload all this shit to the warranty company, and I get an email back. We will review everything you've submitted and be back to you with our decision in 1 business day. Well, this morning, when I was talking to the agent, he goes, well, once we get the pictures and the video, it'll determine whether we're going to repair the set or replace it or maybe give you a credit. I said, well, let me tell you one thing before we go any farther. I don't want it repaired. I don't trust RCA anymore. Their quality is shit. I said, second of all, I don't want it replaced with another RCA TV. I don't have any faith in them. I don't trust them. So, you have a decision to make. Are you going to give me a credit towards another TV, or are you going to send me a check? Or are you going to give me an e-check in my Visa card? He says, well, we'll let you know as soon as we get everything. So I uploaded all that shit, and I sent it off to him. So, tomorrow, it'll be interesting to see what their decision is. And if it isn't the what I think, oh boy, I'm going to mention the warranty company by name. And maybe even give the phone numbers so that they can get some phone calls from my listeners. Because I get the impression they're going to screw me over. They're going to say, well, you got 2.5 years use out of the TV. Let's see, you got a 6-year warranty. Okay, minus. I don't want to hear minus. Don't give me this depreciation shit. I should have got more than 2.5 years out of the goddamn TV set. Chinese crap. But the major problem is, there aren't no TVs made in America. I looked. Not one. RCA, made in China. Philips, made in China. And Philips, RCA and Philips used to be the two big names back when I was growing up. That's what everybody bought. If they could afford an RCA or a Philips, they bought it. Although there wasn't a big choice back then either. You know, it wasn't like today. You got 50 different TVs to choose from. And then there's this Hisense. I never heard of Hisense. And TCL, all these weird names. And I think they're all coming out of the same factory. There was one that I was really interested in. I was like, oh, because it's on sale. It has what they call a crystal display. Now, not OLED or LED or UHD, crystal. The only problem with the set is, I almost had it on my list, my buy list. You have to use a special sound bar. Yeah, Samsung. Crystal display. You have to use a Samsung wireless sound bar. There's not even an optical plug on the back of the TV to plug in your existing sound bar. I was like, I'm not buying a special wireless Bluetooth sound bar. I got a nice big soundbar, surround sound, nice subwoofer. Uses an optical plug, you know. Not one on the back of Samsung TV. Nope. So, even though it was on sale for a hell of a price. Oh. I read the reviews. Today I read all the every TV I looked at, I read the reviews. The Samsung Crystal Display had 4.8 out of 5 stars. The only complaint was setting up the TV. You know, you gotta press this, press that, do this, turn to this channel, do that. Oh, I hate setting up a new TV. That was the only complaint. Everybody was saying, oh, outstanding picture, you know. Matter of fact, the one guy had in there, I was watching an oceanic scene, and I thought the water was going to pour out of the TV onto my living room floor. Now, that's a hell of a picture. I ain't buying a special sound bar. Sorry, even if it is on sale. Piss me off. Because I don't want an RCA again. Even though, like I say, I think all these TVs are made in the same factory. I really do. That's like, there's a DCL, and then one called ONN. That's the name of the TV, on. They got to be made in the same factory. All the specifications are identical, right down to the price. And ONN didn't have good reviews. Matter of fact, the first one I read was, don't waste your money. I was like, nope, I don't have to read much farther on this one. But today, every TV I looked at, I read the reviews. Because I wanted to see what people had to say. Not like the last time when I bought the old RCA. Nope. I just looked down and it was 4.5 out of 5 stars. I was like, okay. Well, today it's 3 stars out of 5. And then reading the reviews, it was amazing how many TVs built 2.5 years ago that are taking a shit today. And for the money that you pay for these TVs, you should get more than 2.5 years. Thank God I took out the extended warranty. And whatever I get, believe me, I will be purchasing the extended warranty again. Plus, I get to see how the warranty company handles the claim. If they start screwing me over, I'm going to tell them, hey, you want me to buy an extended warranty on the next TV? Don't screw me. You're getting my money for a TV and a warranty. So, tomorrow will be interesting to see what their decision is. I better not have any of this prorated bullshit, depreciation, no. It's absolutely asinine that a TV set only lasts 2.5 years. And it's not like it had any abuse. God, I'm afraid to dust the damn thing. I even bought a special screen cleaner so I could clean the screen. And then I stand back. Oh, careful. Because that's a big TV. Although, it really amazes me that they're making 100-inch TVs. I'm like, holy yachaflak. That's like the size of a wall in my bedroom. I'd love to have one. 100-inch? It would be like a movie theater. But in a 12 by 12 room, I think I'd be going blind. But yeah, 100-inch TV, and they make them bigger. Now Walmart doesn't sell over 100 inches, but just saying. I didn't even bother to look at them. I couldn't afford the price, let alone where would I put it. But I was thinking of maybe downsizing a bit. From 60 to 50 inch. It was nice having that big TV, but it's a little overkill in a 12 by 12 bedroom. Just saying. But it is nice laying back in bed watching that big TV. Well, now I'm watching a 35-inch TV. But I gotta tell you, that 35-inch TV is an LG TV I'm leaning toward. It hasn't been used in 2.5 years, which in a way is good, but then in a way they say it's bad. Because these TVs, they got memory in them. You got to keep them plugged in to keep the memory going. I'm not going to have a TV plugged in that I'm not using. Just saying. Because it's got to do the updates. You know, over-the-air program updates. That. I'm leaning towards a full Roku TV. Now I got a Roku box. But I think it would be better to have a full programmed Roku TV. So, that's on my list. LG and Roku TV. There was one that I was really interested in, but it was on a Google Chrome operating program. See, everybody's got their own, you know. Roku's got their TV, Google's got theirs, you know. And I read one review where the guy kept saying the ad to go to Google Chrome Premium came up like every 3 minutes. Bing, he'd close it. 3 minutes later, buy Google Chrome Premium. Bing. I was like, I don't need that aggravation. I got enough aggravation with my insomnia, let alone having a... I don't want Google Chrome Premium. It's bad. It's bad enough. Now I watch YouTube. Not YouTube TV on cheap. I watch YouTube freebie. They are getting as many commercials as local broadcast TV. Oh, it's irritating the shit out of me. Ads, ads, ads. If I wanted to see ads, I'd watch 3, 5, 8, or 19. For you people not in the Cleveland area, those are our channels. 3, 5, 8, and 19. See, back in the day, Channel 8 was CBS. So, Channel 3 was NBC, Channel 5 was ABC, and Channel 8 was CBS. And Channel 19 was a standalone independent. Well, in came Fox. And they went to Channel 8 and went, big bucks, okay, sold. Well, then that screwed CBS. Where are they going to go? So, CBS went to Channel 19 and said, big bucks, okay. So it's all screwy now. Like, I got to remember, Channel 8 is Fox. Channel 19 is CBS. At least 3 and 5 stay the same. But yeah, good old Fox come into town and went, we want to buy a TV station. I guess they approached 3 and 5 and they went, no thank you. They went to Channel 8, CBS, and went, big bucks, sold. Then poor CBS got kicked out. CBS was like, oh, fuck, where are we going to go? So they went to 19 and went, big bucks. So that's our screwy TV channels in Cleveland now. Just saying. All the shit for my child to change. God, used to be easy. 358, that's all we had. Well, we used to have Kaiser Broadcasting. That was Channel 55. Oh, yeah. WKBF, Kaiser Broadcasting. They didn't last long. But you had to buy a special box. It would be for cable. The front runner to the cable box. If you wanted Channel 55, you had to buy a box. And at that time, Channel 55, they didn't have a lot to offer. All them people that fell for buying that box. Yeah, they were running movies from the 20s and 30s, you know. No local programming. And finally, Channel 55 went by the wayside. Of course, cable came in. All the shit changed with cable. Although back in the day, cable was cheap. Not like today. You want 300 channels? Oh, yeah. That'll be $249.95. Whoa, yetcha fuck, I don't think so. But some people, and most of them are music channels. I looked through the channel guide one day because the AT&T salespeople came to the door. Can we interest you? No, I had you before. You're too expensive. Well, let's leave a brochure. Okay. I looked at the brochure. 100 channels, 200 channels, 300 channels. We only got 365 days in a year. Basically, you'd watch one channel a day. Okay, we watched channel 1, and you'd have to get it so that it was equalized. You know, January 1, okay, channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, and God forbid, there would be a program that you really wanted to watch, because then you'd have to have a second TV. Because if you got out of order, you were screwed. But then when you get up past 200, it's like 100 music channels. I don't need music channels. I have what's called a radio. And I have a CD player. I have a stack of CDs, like 300 of them. If I want music, I got music. My music. Like Billy Joel. ABBA. Meatloaf. Yeah. Music from my day. God. Half the music today, you can't even understand the words. Matter of fact, I don't think they're speaking English. Tried listening to some of today's music. Gives me a headache. I'll tune into my old music. I drive kids crazy when I say, I like to listen to Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. And they're like, what the fuck are you listening to, Grumpy? I said, oh, they were back big in my day. And then the kids get smart. Did you have a CD player on your Tyrannosaurus Rex? Yeah. I had to have something because he only had an AM radio. He didn't even have FM. So I had a CD player, a Walkman. What's a Walkman? Then I show them because I have one. I have a Walkman that plays cassettes. They look at them like, what the fuck are these? And then I have a Walkman that plays CDs. Now, they understand CDs. Cassettes? Then I show them the real. I have an 8-track player. They're like, what the fuck is that, Grumpy? It's music from my day. We had them in our cars. 8 tracks. Then you pull out that big cartridge that only had 12 songs. You're like, 12 songs? That big box that slides into your dashboard, 12 songs? Hey, we used to like to play them over and over and over. Yeah, 8-track. I can't play them too much anymore because they're getting old and they dry out. And God forbid that tape that forms the union to keep that 8-track together breaks. Then you got 400 feet of spaghetti. I've had some break already. So what I have to do, every now and then, I pull them out, and I slowly roll them until I get to that little union piece, that little adjoining tape that holds the beginning and the end together. And then I gently extract it out and put a new one on it. Yeah, it's a lot of work to listen to 12 songs. But I think it's hilarious. I have a portable 8-track player. Goes to show you how old Grumpy is. I'll remember tomorrow. I'm going to make a note to show you my two Walkman, my Walkman cassette, and my Walkman CD. They're both in the original factory package. See, back in the day, I bought two of each because maybe you drop it, break it. Well, over the years, I didn't drop or break either one. So I have my spares. Brand new, never opened, in the original factory package. I showed them to a friend one day. He goes, Jesus Christ, asshole, use it already. No. The other one's still working. I didn't want to pull out and show him for fear he'd break it. There. Now you gotta use your new one. So I keep them out of it. Don't go near that shit. I don't need you breaking my... Yep. Grumpy has a cassette player, Walkman, and a cassette player, Walkman CD. I said no. I have a Walkman cassette player and a Walkman CD player. Come on, Grumpy, wake up for Christ's sake. Still in their original factory package. Yep. Never used, untouched, unmolested, hanging up in Studio B. But I'll bring them over tomorrow and I'll show you. And then you'll all get a good laugh. And then I'll get all these comments that say, use them for you, for Christ's sake, you asshole. What are you hanging them on the wall for? Dust collectors? Yeah. For now. Unless one of them breaks. So, tomorrow will be an interesting day to see if the warranty company is going to take care of me or they're going to fuck me over. And if it's the latter, I have their free phone numbers, their 800 numbers. I'll be calling them on two phones. Sooner or later, you're going to answer one of them. But if they want me to buy an extended warranty on the new TV, they better not screw me over. That's all I got to say. Because I will buy an extended warranty. Even if they do screw me over and say, well, we're going to depreciate it, you're only going to get X dollars. At least I'll be getting some money back. I'll apply it to buying a new extended warranty. But no more. I'm not buying a flat screen TV without a warranty. Because this big piece of shit just proves one thing. They don't last. Even the guy from the warranty company agreed when I said, yeah, we're turning into a throwaway society. He goes, yep, we are. And you know, people, it's sad. On rubbish collection day, to drive up and down the streets and see these big flat screen TVs sitting out in the garbage, which within the next week or so, they'll be seeing one in front of my house. But it is. It's not only sad, it's fucking disgusting. The money you pay for these TV sets, and then to get 2.5 years I was telling a couple of my friends, I know, my 60-inch flat screen took a shit. They were like, you ain't had it that long. No, 2.5 years. And it's dead. No video, no audio, nothing. Dead. Big black screen. That's it. Now, I didn't pay, $1,000, $2,000. But I'll tell you what, if I would have shelled out $1,000 for a TV set, and 2.5 years later, it took a shit. I would be going ballistic. I'm almost there now. We'll see tomorrow. 2.5 years. It's ridiculous. It just goes to prove that they don't have any quality control. They're buying the cheapest components they can buy. They're probably buying the cheapest robots they can buy to build the circuit boards. I'm sure every piece that goes into these new TVs is all substandard crap. Whoever the lowest bidder is, you win. How good are your resistors? 1 out of 3 will fail. Okay, you got the contract. The last one was 1 out of 2. Your resistors are a little better. I think that's the way it goes. Because this TV is going to have a bunch of substandard electronic crap in it. And then it goes to show you, they do put more quality control in a computer and a laptop. Because I'm running computers here that are easily 10 years old. Well, not my new one. My new refurbished one. My laptop was brand new in 2012. And that sucker still fires right up. Every single time. It's a Toshiba. A Toshiba satellite. I bought it. It was a return. I never got a reason for why it was a return. It was still in the factory box. Now it had been out of the box. But there was no reason given as to why it was returned. So I got it for half off. Because it couldn't be sold as new. To me, it was new. It looked brand new. Cord was still factory wrapped for the charger. Works like brand new. TVs, no quality control. So They know that the important thing in people's lives are their desktops, their laptops, their tablets, and a TV is secondary. Because they figure, well, if the TV takes a shit, you'll use your laptop or your desktop. But everything is made in China. Why can't they have the same quality control on TV sets versus computers? But they don't. Proof is in the other room. A big 60-inch worthless LCD screen. Something that big should last. But no. And the shame is, it's an RCA. RCA for the longest time was the gold standard of television. They started out making phonographs and radio. I remember the radio my grandparents had. Oh my God, it was a monster. It stood like 5 feet off the floor. Looked like a cathedral. It was built in the 20s. And up until the day my parents sold it to an antique dealer, it was working fine. My grandmother would listen to the ball game on it. Oh, she loved her Cleveland Indians. Oh, don't breathe around Grandma if there was a game on. But yeah, she would turn that 1920s big cathedral radio, tune in to listen to the ball game. And in 1971, when my parents cleared out their house, an antique dealer come in, he bought it. And it was working perfect. And it was an RCA. Do we have that kind of quality today, RCA? Fuck no. Your reputation is so tarnished, it's pathetic. The guy that invented RCA is turning over in his grave. He was like, oh, let's see, we're building radios, what are we going to call it? We'll call ourselves the Radio Corporation of America. Patented, dunk. And they built quality. Not no more. And I laid the law down this morning. I said, I don't ever want an RCA product again. Never. Because the guy said, well, maybe we can fix it. I said, no. You ain't fixing this TV. I don't trust it. Well, it'll still have warranty. I'm not going through this shit again. So he made the note. He said, I'm putting it in the file. Will not accept rebuild on TV. I said, well, add in there. Will not accept a replacement RCA TV either. Okay, I heard him typing. Fingers go 90 miles an hour on the keyboard. Okay. It's noted, Mr. Grumpy. Good. So he told me, the faster you send the video and the photographs, the faster the claim will get settled. We pride ourselves in a 1 business day turnover. I said, good. So they're liable to tell me, well, tomorrow is going to be a business day. You won't get your answer till Wednesday. Better not be any later than Wednesday. But they had everything. 3 o'clock their time. Because they're out in California. And they didn't close till 5. So that gave them 2 hours to start working on Grumpy's warranty claim. And I even told them, make this a priority. Expedite. I even typed that underneath when I finished uploading the pictures. Expedite this warranty claim. I need my TV. But I made it real clear. You ain't fixing this piece of shit. And you're not replacing it with another RCA. So they don't have much choice. Because I even told them, I wasn't holding anything back this morning. I was pissed. I said, I'm going to tell you something right now. If you decide to ship me a replacement RCA TV, I'm going to sell it. He said, you're kidding. No. I will put it on Faceplant Market Space. And I will sell it. I'm not even going to open the box. Well, I might open the box to make sure it didn't get damaged in shipping. But it ain't coming out of the box. I don't want another one. I don't trust it. I'm not going through this shit twice. Be my luck. Here I'm going, jinx myself. Whatever I buy, take a shit 2.5 years from now. Yeah, be my luck. And that also, it puts you in a quandary. What do I buy? Now, LG is made with quality. But, do I trust them? I don't trust any of these big screen TVs anymore. You got LG, you got Philips, RCA, TCL, never heard of that, Hisense, ONN, Samsung. I don't know who to trust. I really don't. You read the reviews. Oh, yeah. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get the good one. But I'm serious. I don't know who to trust, what to buy. You know, back in the day, if you wanted the Rolls Royce of electronics, you bought Quasar. People are like, Quasar? Yeah. They were handcrafted. No assembly, none of this robot. No. every guy on that assembly floor got the components to build a TV set. And it wasn't like, okay, I'm going to solder in 2 transistors that Fred's going to solder into. No. All the components were right there, and they said, Charlie, there's your TV. Build it. Yes, sir. And when it passed all the quality checks, then it got the stamp of approval, and it got boxed for shipping. And then Charlie got a cabinet and a stack of components and a roll of solder. They said, here you go. Build another one. Okay. But you paid the price for Quasar. Oh, yeah. They weren't cheap. But you knew you were getting the Rolls Royce of electronics with Quasar. And their failure rate was like nil. And if they did have a problem, oh my God, their customer service, they did everything but serve you a steak and cut it up for you. Yeah. They didn't want a reputation of one of their items breaking down. I remember my neighbor had a Quasar VCR. And one of the little belts, like a rubber band, broke. And it wouldn't allow the movie to advance. He took it in. The guy opened it up while he was standing there and went, oh, hold on. We're going to fix this right now. We don't want you to be without your VCR. They took it in the back. Guy fixed it, tested it, brought it out. Here you go. Oh, they prided themselves on their workmanship. But like I say, when a VCR was like $150, theirs was $450. But you knew you had quality that was going to last. Unless you abused it, but just saying. There was a warranty repair center used to be out in Parma. Because that's where we went. My neighbor said, come on, Dan, we'll take a ride. I got to go get my Quasar fixed. I was like, your Quasar? Oh, what happened? Oh, he said the tape just stopped. We got there, sat on the counter. The guy took the screws out. Oh, hang on, we're going to fix this right now. None of this, leave it, we'll call you when it's done. Nope. Took it right in the back, guy fixed it right there. Tested it out. Okay, put the lid back on. Here you go. Have a nice day. Don't tell nobody it broke. No, they didn't say that, but I'm sure they were thinking it. Oh, we don't want them to tell nobody. But yeah, you paid the price. But you got quality. Not like this shit today. Then I'd laugh. Although I knew you can repair these TVs. They have 2 circuit boards. You can buy them on eBay. If they let me keep the TV, I might fix it. But I'm sure they're gonna either want it back or they're gonna make me damage it so I can't reuse it. But yeah, you go on eBay. 90% of all the TVs made take the same 2 circuit boards. And they're like $30, something like that. They're not expensive. And you unscrew them, and you unplug a couple of things. So if they let me keep this TV, I'll fix it for a spare. But I don't think they're going to do that. Although they may figure, that old fart, he don't know nothing about this repair shit. Because when the guy said, maybe we'll repair it, I said, huh? These are throwaway. Well, depends on what's wrong with it. Well, mine is totally wrong. Don't work for shit. Little LED, that's it. Blink, 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 blink. It's the only thing that works. Goes from red to blue. That's the only thing that works. The guy asked me, what works on the set? I said, well, the little on-off LED. That's it? Yep. But if they let me keep it, I might fix it. Because I know where I can get the circuit boards. Same place they're going to get the circuit boards. But I've heard. Now, I don't know if this outfit, but a friend of mine, when his TV went bad, they shipped him a new one. And they told him, send us pictures of your destroyed old TV. And he had to destroy it. Oh, it broke my heart because I told him we could fix it. Nope. He had to break it. I told him, I said, why don't we draw cracks on a screen? And then you take a picture from an odd angle so it looks like it's broken. He was afraid to do it. But I think we could have got away with it. I would like to have that TV. It was that OLED or something. It was a weird, wasn't like my high def. He paid good bucks for it. And something went haywire. They made him break it. Oh. Yeah, he took a hammer, whack. He took a picture. Big hole in the middle of the TV where the hammer went in. Then it was out on his tree lawn in the garbage. So, tomorrow will be warranty update. And if Grumpy has a smile, you'll know it went well. If he doesn't, you know it wasn't a good day. And with that, I'm going to say good day. Oh, that ad keeps coming up. No, I don't want your anti-phishing software. I've got it already. Go away. Go away. I keep getting this anti-phishing software ad. I can't get rid of it. All right, where's my clicker? I moved it, it figures. Now I got to get it. Don't move your hand. Okay. Tomorrow will be warranty